Hello everybody and welcome to Whiteout Cup Grand Finals. Sorry for the delay on the start of the commentating, but we are here now into the start of Free Mod 3. We have got Beyond Godlike versus Whiteout. Currently, Beyond Godlike with about 100,000 point lead here. Melsack actually. Pretty good combo, but Cryolean is bringing it back very quickly. Impressive 600 on the HR. He's going to bring this score back. He certainly has plenty of time now. We'll go over this team list really quickly while we play through this map. On the side of Beyond Godlike, we have Key Bounce, Melsack X, and Walrus. On the side of Whiteout, we have got Cryolean, Fancy, and Stonksword, but Cryolean finds a break. That's the big combo down. With Melsack back at 400 and Walrus building up a pretty good combo as well. They're going to be pretty comfortably in the lead here. Fancy really struggling on this one. And Melsack's accuracy on this map is insane. This is, I believe, an AR8 anti-mod pick. Okay, so it's AR 8.5, but regardless, pretty tough on that hidden. And without a doubt, this is going to be a point for Beyond Godlike. Now, it was their pick, for those of you who missed it, so Whiteout does have the next pick. they're not going to be feeling too bad about this one. Probably not a map they expected to win anyways. Yeah, Beyond Godlike currently missing T-Bounce, so we will see if that affects them in any way. Do believe he just got home, so give him 10 minutes or so and he should be here as well. Now, for those of you just joining the stream, the bans were Flashlight 1 and No Mod 1 from Beyond Godlike, and Double Time 2 as well as Hidden 2 from Whiteout. So, going to be banning out that AR8 hidden map, and Whiteout immediately opting for Flashlight 3. Probably feeling pretty good about that one after Beyond Godlike banned out Flashlight 1. Now these two teams did face off in the semifinals, and Beyond Godlike had a pretty convincing 6-1 victory, but of course this is a new pool, maps are harder, and it really comes down to scaling, so we'll see if Whiteout can put up a little bit of a better performance here today. They did just squeak out a 7-5 victory over in Losers Bracket Grand Finals. It was certainly close. And into Flashlight 3. This map is 138 BPM, 7 minutes. Melsack really struggling already, just loses track of the notes. Does find them again, so should be recovering, but that's going to be a massive accuracy drop. Just, as you can see, Whiteout has nearly double the score just off that accuracy drop from Melsack, but Melsack should recover accuracy, but for now, that lead is going over. Key is that we do not have any other breaks. Cryolean looking very comfortable with us sitting at 99% accuracy here. Fancy finds a miss. It's going to give the advantage back over to Beyond Godlike, but Melsack trades it right back, and that advantage is wiped off the table. Cryolean versus Walfirst now, but Cryolean finds the miss. Walfirst trades it back. Misses everywhere, just combo reset across the board, but accuracy is in favor of Whiteout. And they're going to be very, very happy with that trade. They need a break from Fancy, and they need Melsack to hold, but Melsack finds another miss, and Fancy is going to bring this one home. Looking like a point for Whiteout here. Going to bring it back 1-1. I mean, Cryolean especially looking amazing on this Flashlight pick. Do keep in mind the other Flashlight pick is quite a bit shorter, so would not be surprising if they went for that one as well later on in the match given this performance, but we'll have to see how comfortable they feel there. Cryolean with one final miss, but it's not going to matter, and that will be 1-1. Yeah, Melsack really struggled with that one quite a bit. Walfirst had a good performance, but possible Keybounce was meant to play that one. Does seem like Walfirst was sight reading. I'm not surprised. Now, Beyond Godlike have a ton of options here. They could go for, I mean, they have the entire no mod pool open. I do know Wolfris is a very capable hard rock player, although I don't know if we'll see any hard rock until T-Bounce gets back. Things like the free mods as well. Now, of course, they can't pick the free mods right now. But they're going to go for DT3 instead. Probably a good pick considering Whiteout banned DT2. Probably not the most comfortable on these DT picks. I'm not really sure what this map is supposed to be. It seems almost like ult. It's definitely, it might be speed, but who knows. Dark command has been issued. Into the map we go. Melsack dropping a ton of accuracy, but Fancy actually going to find a first miss early on, and Fancy is just chain missing all over the place. Really needs to recover here. Walfris and Cryolian, the only ones holding combo, and actually Walfris dropped at some point as well, so it's just Cryolian holding combo, but with Fancy chain missing everywhere, it's not really going to matter. Melsack finds a miss as well. Yeah, this map is really tough. Those patterns are very awkward, and the ult is not super comfortable either. 130 BPM, 138 BPM feels kind of slow, I'd imagine, for a lot of these players. Misses everywhere. Cryolian, the big combo now, gonna bring the score back over for Whiteout, especially with Melsack finding a miss, but Cryolian goes down. It is anyone's game at this point. Melsack misses that entire triple section, and on a map like this where nobody has any combo, that combo, the accuracy is so important, and right now it is actually Walfris with the accuracy, and that is what is putting Beyond Godlike in the lead here. Cryolian's combo is unfortunately not enough. Melsack finding a miss though, Fancy trades it back. Once again, Cryolian versus Walfris, but advantages in Walfris's favor. And there's not much time left. I don't actually know if Whiteout has enough time to come back here, even if Walfris misses, and the map is just pretty easy from here on out. And it's Cryolian who finds the first miss. Walfris is going to hold on just long enough to steal it. It doesn't really matter what happens now. There's just not enough time left in the map, and Beyond Godlike is going to be taking this one. Going up 2-1. Really good performance by Walfris. Cryolian doing his best to match, but it's just not enough. And not unexpected, they are going to be going straight for Flashlight 2. I mean, we saw what happened on the last Flashlight pick. Going to be hoping for a repeat of that. This is 130 BPMs to a little bit of ult. And it's also a grid map, which I would expect a player like Cryolian to be very comfortable with. Cryolian is the type of player who generally feels pretty comfortable on these awkward flashlight to old style picks. Of course, beyond godlike, no slouches. They are the top seed for a reason. No comment on that shrine. This is a pretty short map too, so accuracy is not going to matter all that much. It is going to be up to those small combo advantages, as long as somebody can build up some combo, and it's Melsack with the early miss here. Fancy going to trade it right back. Fancy getting a huge chain of misses. That's going to be a significant accuracy drop, and while accuracy is not a huge factor, if you drop a ton of accuracy and are 10% behind, it's definitely going to make a difference, but Cryolean is just absolutely destroying this map. As expected, everybody misses except for Cryolean. And halfway through the map now, Cryolean sitting at almost 99% accuracy on this flashlight pick. This is by no means an easy map. You can see everybody else struggling at 80% accuracy. And Cryolean finally dropping some accuracy, but I think we're going to be seeing the FC here. On to the last pattern. Oh, and he misses on the Buzz Slider. That's so painful. What a performance from Cryolean. He has just slaughtered everybody else in the lobby. If Fancy was on the other team, Cryolean would have 1v3'd that map. That is just how insane of a score that is. And it's now 2-2. Whiteout already doing better than they did in their first match of Beyond Godlike, where they went down 6-1. Beyond Godlike do have the pick now, and the thing to keep in mind is Whiteout have won 2 flashlight picks now. Flashlight 1 was banned, so where do they go from here? They don't have any flashlight picks left to abuse. There's not any easy maps they can abuse unless they want to go easy on Free Mod 2, but I would guess that Walrus is comfortable enough on the Hard Rock and Melsack can play the HT relatively well, where Free Mod 2 is not going to be a huge problem for them like the flashlight maps. And it's tough. I'm sure they do have some picks, but I would probably generally favor Beyond Godlike on most of the rest of this pool, so I'm also not sure if Whiteout actually has their last member. We have not seen Stonks yet, despite Fancy really struggling on some of these maps. It's possible that they're not here, but it also could be that Cryolean and Fancy are just the strongest two on their team for each of the maps. We do have DT1. Really smart from Beyond Godlike. Just keep abusing those DT picks.
Oops. Don't mind me. Just forgetting.
Welcome to the stream.
Thank you. Completely forgot about this. I was like prepared 2 hours before, and then they just passed. Don't know how to explain it.
Good. Alright, into DT1. Players to watch out for, definitely Walrus and Cryolean, but Cryolean going to drop a lot of early accuracy. Shouldn't matter too much. This is a fairly long map. I believe it's the longest of any of the DT maps at... No, never mind, that was DT2. Only 2 minutes long.
Yep. Fancy with an early break. Not gonna matter that much, but...
Yeah, Melsack going to be trading it back.
Another one.
Yeah, Fancy gonna be chain missing here. Really needs to recover. Is having a really tough time on some of these patterns. Not used to the AR-10. Cryolean finds a miss now. That's gonna be big. Walrus is the last one holding a full combo. Fancy drops 2, and there's no combo left on the side of Whiteout. Walrus goes down, but Melsack is still holding. And Melsack is gonna start running away with this. There's no combo anywhere else. And like I mentioned, this is a really short map. We're already almost halfway through, and Melsack is just going to start taking over. Melsack finds the miss, though. The problem is there's no combo on the side of Whiteout for them to make a comeback with here. They're going to need a lot more misses from Beyond Godlike, and they're going to need to build up a lot of combo here. It doesn't seem like much, but on a map this short, 160,000 points is a massive deficit.
Especially with low accuracy.
Exactly.
It's going to be hard to bring it back. Gonna need some huge combos on the side of Whiteout.
Yeah, and Fancy doesn't have enough time to build up a good combo. Cryolean is gonna have to carry this one, but Melsack is right there matching, so there's just not much he can do. Walrus didn't actually miss, it was a Boncho break, but now they both miss. Cryolean is holding, but I don't know if there's enough time. Has to make up 100,000 score difference, and I just don't think the combo is enough.
I think so.
He will go into the ending.
Score
it's gonna be close.
Slowly closing. Only about 140,000, coming into about 100,000, but it's not gonna be enough, even with the combo from Cryolean.
Yeah, gonna be a third point for Beyond Godlike. And that is another pool down, so there are no more DT picks, no more flashlight picks. These teams are now gonna be forced to branch out, so should see a little bit more diversity in the picks here.
Yeah, it just seems like Fancy was not that comfortable on this map, so even with the huge combo from Cryolean, it's not gonna be enough. Really well played. Just not enough. Number 2 coming in from Whiteout. This map is insanely hard.
Yeah, it's going to be over the top. This is a 202 BPM 4-minute stream map. It is rough.
It's super rough.
I know Walrus is capable of streaming this, I believe. T-Bounce going to be coming in for the first time, though. I know he did just get home recently, so I'm not sure how warmed up he is, but apparently warmed up enough to play a 200 BPM stream map. So here we are going to see Stongslord making their first appearance as well, so finally seeing some roster changes out of both teams. Cryolean and Walrus staying in, no surprises there. Cryolean is just so good on so many maps. He's a very well-rounded player.
Exactly. Looking at the previous MP Link, they only got around 300,000 team score. So this map, it just shows how hard this map really is.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they can beat that this time around. Let's see.
A little bit of a build-up before we get into the actual streams, but once we do get into the streams, the map just gets very brutal very quickly. Stongslord finding an early miss, and as you can see, those streams are so tough. Stongslord dropping a ton of accuracy on those. T-Bound's going to find the first miss, though, dropping a ton of ac as well. And this is what I said. Look at Walrus. He's at 99% accuracy. Oh, he finds the miss, but yeah, a little bit of a miss aim, but the accuracy is so good, and that accuracy is going to build them a pretty sizable advantage as we go here, especially with everybody else struggling. And Walrus is just so good at these stream picks. He's definitely the player to watch out for here. We're going to have to see what Cryolean can do. Struggling a little bit on the accuracy, but if we do see another miss aim from Walrus, we can definitely see him build up that combo. The problem is, Walrus finds another miss aim. Cryolean barely holding on in that stream, getting all 100s, but it doesn't matter as long as he doesn't miss. T-Bounce finds the miss. Oh, but Cryolean misses. It combo reset across the board.
Whiteout.
Yeah, and this is a massive advantage for Beyond Godlike because of the accuracy.
Exactly.
Whiteout is desperately relying on the combo advantage to make up for their accuracy, and they just don't have it right now. Walrus has recovered nicely. Especially with another miss from Cryolians. Because of Slongslord, a 78% combo, Cryolian's combo is actually more valuable in terms of score, so Slongslord building up combo compared to Walrus is not going to get him nearly as much score. And once again, it is just Walrus at that 500 combo mark, absolutely running away with this match. T-Bounce really struggling, but it just doesn't matter. Halfway through the map now, and we're desperately going to need to see a break from Walrus. Cryolian dropping a little bit more accuracy, but is holding on. Back up to that 400 combo mark.
Insane combo from Wolfers right now.
Yeah, Cryolian breaks, and honestly, ooh. I want to say, even though we're only halfway through the map, it's going to be very, very hard for them to come back. Walrus breaking on the Buzz Slider. That has got to feel bad, but it doesn't matter. T-Bounce is right there with the 500 combo to back him up. Nobody on the side of Beyond Enjoyers has any combo. And keep in mind, this is their own pick. And if this is Whiteout's own pick and they're struggling this much on it compared to Beyond Godlike, you have to be a little bit worried for them with the rest of their picks. Now that they're out of that flashlight pool, it's going to be tough for them to find a suitable pick. Walrus finds a miss, but it's a combo reset across the board, and Beyond Godlike, without a doubt, going to be taking this map.
Yep. Too much of a lead currently. Walrus is too comfortable on this. Not much.
Yeah, well, this is just basing it. Look at the accuracies too. He's a good 5% accuracy above this next best player, which is Cryolian. And I mean, that being said, Walrus is still only at 250,000 score. It just goes to show how hard this map really is. Chain missing a little bit at the end, but Walrus with the 1 versus 2 play. Gonna be securing this one very comfortably.
Yep. 4th point for Beyond Godlike here.
Yeah, Beyond Godlike has a lot of picks open still. They do have the entire Nomad pool, as well as those Hard Rock picks, which, now that they have T-Bounce back, I would expect them to potentially go more towards those Hard Rock picks. I do know that those are both very competent HR players, especially Walrus. And I'm just not sure if Whiteout has the lineup to match them on those HR picks. Yeah, and apparently that was not a great play for Walrus. That doesn't surprise me either. He is just insanely good at stream maps.
Yep. You can see he was shit missing a little bit. But still good enough to 1v2 the other team, so.
Yep, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Very true.
You can bottom score your locals, but as long as you beat the other team, you're good to go.
Looking at the other Grand Finals match, it seems as Whiteout is not that comfortable on Hard Rock. So we could see some picks from that pool.
Yeah, it's definitely something I would expect. Now, that entire pool is still open. There are no bans,
exactly.
So something like Hard Rock Run, more of a consistency test. Or I do feel like Hard Rock 3 would be a good pick, because I would expect Walrus especially to be very comfortable in a pick like Hard Rock 3. I know he does like those more bursty, streamy maps, and there it is. Okay, it is Hard Rock 3.
Yep.
I would say again, Walrus the player to watch out for. This is definitely a Walrus kind of map. Hard Rock and Streams is a Walrus map.
Yep. Oh hey, I have a D-rank on. Oh great. This map is super hard, even on no mode.
Yeah, it's a very tough map. 160 BPM bursts, and I think they're fairly awkward.
Yeah, this is like a both gimmicky and speedy type Nomad 5 if you do use it in the Nomad pool.
Yeah, Carolian has not practiced this. A little bit concerning for them, considering he's generally been their strongest player that they have been relying on to take any points here.
Yep.
Fancy will be coming back in though.
Definitely gotta look out for Walrus on this one. Gonna be the star player.
Yeah, everybody's struggling a little bit with the accuracy early on. It is to be expected on these Hard Rock picks.
Yep.
And of course this map is OD10, so pretty tough in terms of accuracy, especially with the burst. And look at the finger control. Fancy finding an early miss, and yeah, look at the finger control requirements here. And Walrus actually finds the early miss. T-Bounce and Cryolian are the ones holding. But the accuracy lead is just there for Beyond Light Gaming. Going to be giving them a very early 30,000 point lead. That being said, it's a short map. The combo is so much more important. So if we see a miss from T-Bounce, Whiteout is going to come back very quickly. Fancy does need to hold on though. Fancy and T-Bounce trade. Whiteout are going to be very happy with that trade. Cryolian with the high combo now.
Just need to see him hold.
Exactly. If Cryolian can hold there, they're going to bring this back very, very quickly. The thing that's dragging them down is the accuracy. It's only 75% accuracy from Cryolian, and that's why the score is going over so slowly. It will go over, but because of the accuracy, Cryolian actually needs to full combo here. Oh, but actually not anymore. Young Godlike finds a double miss. Score finally flips back over, and Cryolian is just dominating this map.
Holding.
Yeah, the accuracy. OSU is a combo game. The accuracy doesn't really matter all that much, and
exactly. It's just gonna keep holding this combo, and there it goes.
Three-way miss. That's huge. T-Bounce last one holding combo. It's gonna be devastating. T-Bounce has the combo. I don't think there's enough time to come back.
No.
Well, there is time, but we would need to see chain misses from Whiteout, and there it is, double miss. That's gonna bring it infinitely closer. Fancy finding another miss. They need to stop missing. T-Bounce finds a miss. That's gonna be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no time left, and that's going to be a massive breakpoint for Whiteout.
Yep, that's massive. That insane combo from Cryolian is going to carry Whiteout to this point.
Yeah, ultimately going to be very close. Only about a 20,000 point difference.
Very, very close.
And that's definitely going to inspire some confidence in Whiteout. Actually winning a pick that's not one of the flashlight picks is going to be huge for them.
That is very huge.
Should give them a bit more confidence on some of the other Hard Rock picks.
Yep, as you see in their last match, they were really relying on those 3 flashlight picks to be their structure in their points. And then they only needed those 4 extra points, and then they got it.
Exactly, they're a very, very strong flashlight team, but once those are gone, it's always the question of what do you do next? And then against a team like Beyond Godlike, you kind of just have to hope they mess up and you can get some combo together, because we saw, even though Cryolian built up the combo there, it was Beyond Godlike that was just dominating all the way with accuracy. Generally more comfortable on the map, just lots of unfortunate misses.
Hidden one. Interesting.
So we are going to be seeing the consistency hidden. It's going to be 4 minutes long. Your typical hidden consistency game map. Nothing special.
Precisely. This
And
is
yeah,
pretty challenging though.
as expected, we are going to be seeing Malsac coming back in. Malsac, I do believe, is Beyond Godlike's hidden player.
Precise.
Taking hidden on those free mods, as well as coming in for all the hidden maps.
Alright. Really fast. Let's get into it.
Yeah, and what's interesting about this map is I would actually favor Beyond Godlike just because of how one-sided the accuracy battle has been here, and because this map is so long, the accuracy becomes so much more important. Yeah, Walrus has had some very impressive performances today. And they have their options. They did lose on the Hard Rock. Now, I would still generally favor them on the Hard Rock, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't want to go for that after the last Hard Rock pick, because I really would have favored them more on the Hard Rock 3 than something like the Hard Rock 2 or Hard Rock 1. I would say I do think Hard Rock 2 is probably a good pick for them. I do know Walrus is very comfortable on those low CSHRs, where I wouldn't expect any of the other 3 players to be nearly as comfortable. They did just have a very dominant performance on that hidden map, so we might see them go towards something like that hidden 3 instead, which is Velocity, hidden 3.
Very nice.
Yeah, great song though. And I do expect Melsack to stay in for this one.
Mel Hacker.
And I think we're going to see Fancy in for this one as well. Does seem like Whiteout is suffering a little bit from second player syndrome, which is kind of surprising for a grand finals team, but does go to show how hard this pool actually is, where you really just have Cryolian popping off on a lot of these maps, and whoever's the second player on Whiteout struggling a little bit. But here we go into HD3.
Get it. Let me check
And
for
not to
previous
discount
picks.
Fancy's performance by any means, did have some good performances on that first flashlight pick especially, so Fancy has been playing very well, don't get me wrong, there is a reason they're here in the grand finals, but beyond Godlike, very tough team to match up against. Early on here, we do see 2 SS's, so we'll see how long those last.
And one already gone.
Yep. And here we go. We are very quickly approaching the chorus, and this map, again, once you get into the chorus, this map is just nuts. I expect to see quite a few misses on this one. And it's really just those space patterns. With the hidden, it's so tough to hit the spacing on that.
Beyond God,
Yeah.
like, both holding.
Yeah, but Whiteout with the double miss, and the aim control requirement for this map is really, really brutal. As you can see, the consistent spacing changes, and just how awkward some of these flow aim patterns are.
What the
No surprises that Whiteout really struggling to hit these patterns, but
What is this lead?
yeah, this is crazy. I cannot.
well,
Wolf is just on the slow part. That hurts.
That hurts.
Could have had the double FC, but I cannot understand how hard these patterns actually are. Like, this is a ridiculous performance from Beyond Gaming right now.
Yeah, gaming. They are really gaming. Must agree.
Pool's too hard. Listen, I didn't pool this one, okay? I do like hard pools though.
Hard pools are very, 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 very nice. And you get some
I
nice
agree. So much more fun than just, you know, FC battle.
4 FCs across the board. That's just
I'm curious to see what Melsack can do here. I would be shocked if we saw an FC, but Melsack is looking so good. The accuracy, 98%. Just so comfortable with this spacing. Walrus dying a little bit on that pattern, but every's dying on that pattern except for Melsack. Melsack finally finds a miss. It wasn't even on one of the tough patterns. It was literally just on a random slider. And
that sucks. Devastating. We're getting them the point. Almost a million score lead.
Yeah, a 1,000,000 score lead in a 2 versus 2 tournament is just complete domination.
And that's a double 1v2 from Beyond Godlike.
Yeah, both of them 1v2'd. Widow didn't stand a chance, and they're in a tough spot. They're at match point, right? They are going to be nervous for this next pick, because if you make the wrong pick here, the match is over. You can't afford to make mistakes anymore. Yeah, Caroline thinks the match is over. You still have one map to go.
Not quite.
But at this point, you have to just, whatever map left that you're most comfortable on, just pick that map, coin flip it, and
pray.
Hope for the best. Yeah, I don't think Whiteout has any favored picks at this point, so go for comfort and hope for the best. I do feel like it almost might be better to just pick one of the harder maps in the pool and just hope Cryolian can build up a really good combo on that and carry them for that one, because I do feel like that is what has happened on a lot of their wins. I mean, we see Cryolian popping off on the Flashlight pick, getting the 1v2, on the Hard Rock pick, getting that really massive combo and winning it for his team. They do seem to be very reliant on Cryolian getting these big combos that Walrus and Melsack can't match. And so I do think the strategy here is just, now I don't know the pool well enough to say what the hardest map is, but pick the hardest map in the pool that Cryolian can play and let him do his thing.
I was going to say DT3, but that is already picked.
Yeah, DT3 was already lost. Whiteout got kind of destroyed on the double time picks.
Oof.
Actually, DT3, to be fair, was very close, but
yeah,
DT1 not so much.
Coconut Mall, please. No more 6. Please, I want to see number 6. That'd be so epic.
Actually, to be fair, I do think Cryolian, that was a good call, because now that you mention it, Cryolian is very, very good at these like awkward picks, these Flashlight picks, the Nomad 6 picks. They're generally Cryolian's specialty, so I do think whoever the second player is on the side of Whiteout is going to struggle on this a lot, but question becomes, can Cryolian pull this one out? And Walrus is going to be hopping out of the lobby. Honestly, I expect to see Walrus come back in. Walrus is also very much a Nomad 6 player, so I'd be a little bit surprised if we didn't see him playing here. Because Walrus, he's been known to play his Nomad 6s here and there. Anyone who's been in a multi-lobby with Walrus knows that whenever it's his turn to pick a map, you get some wild, interesting map that many of them resemble Nomad 6s, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, he's back, as expected.
Yep.
I would have been very disappointed if we didn't have Wolferson for Nomad 6. And I feel like I've said this a few times, but I do feel like this will be a battle of Cryolian versus Walrus. This is generally their style of maps, but of course, Melsack, we have seen with some very good performances, a player to watch out for as well. I think it's going to be key that Fancy has some supporting combo here to back up Cryolian, because I don't think this is going to be the type of map where Cryolian can 1v2. Here we go, right, Coconut Mall. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds potentially left in the entire tournament. In a minute and a half, we may have our winner. That remains to be seen on Coconut Mall. And Cryolian finding the early miss. Walrus going to trade it back, actually. It's Fancy and Melsack holding for now. And you just see how weird and awkward these overlapping Saturns are. And it's actually Melsack with the last FC But Cryolian and Walrus not far behind. Walrus finds a miss here. Melsack versus Cryolian. Melsack with the slight lead, but if Melsack finds a miss, Cryolian can run away with this. Oh, Melsack finds a miss. That's going to be a big. Problem is, Fancy,
no
like we called
combo.
out, has no supporting combo, and Fancy does need some supporting combo. This is not the kind of map that you can 1v2 easily unless Cryolian just FC's
Cryolian
the
missing on that spat.
Four-way miss. There it is. Walrus, this is what I mean. Walrus, look at Walrus's accuracy. 90% accuracy on this map is just nuts. Walrus is so good at these, and building up that 300 combo, Walrus has not even consistently had the highest combo in the lobby. It's just dominating the accuracy game, and everybody misses on that, and I mean, this map is just over already.
Yep, it's already over. I think we have our victor of this tournament.
That's the thing, that despite how badly Whiteout are kind of losing this pick, I do still think that was their best pick. I'm happy with this pick choice from them, even with the results. I think it was their best option, and unfortunately, against a team like Beyond Godlike, sometimes it's just not enough, doesn't work out. And Beyond Godlike are going to be taking this match 7-3. They will be the winners of Whiteout Cup. Congratulations to Walrus, Melsack, and T-Bounce. Very well played to them.
Very well played.
Of course, congratulations to Whiteout as well on the second place. They put up a very good performance. Just Beyond Godlike is a very stacked game.
There's not much I can do.
I will say, Walrus, Melsack, and T-Bounce probably all a little bit underranked for this range. Walrus especially.
I don't know how the hell they made it in.
Definitely a little bit underranked. But
no, I also don't know why. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. Why is this pool so hard for 69k?
I think that's the point of the tournament, I'm pretty sure. So the tournament was set up specifically so that the maps would be very hard. Somewhat similar idea to a past tournament, but quite a bit easier than that. So generally I've had harder pools throughout the tournament, which I personally think is very fun. It generally leads to more interesting matches and a lot closer score lines rather than one player just FCing. Because I guarantee you, if we saw like a normal map pool difficulty for 69k rank, knowing these players like Walrus, Cryolian, and Melsack especially, we would see like FCs at least one on just about every map, and that's just like how good and underranked some of these players are getting. And but yeah, nothing against the players, it's just how it is. And I do feel like in some tournaments, especially with the grand finals pool, you should tailor the pool knowing that how good these players are and that they are going to be very strong on these maps. But with that being said, I want to thank Dever for commentating with me today, as well as Rock On for both reffing and streaming. Huge shout out to her. That being said, thank you guys. What's up?
Thank you so much for carrying this commentating. I'm so thanks for the carry. Thanks for the carry, man.
Of course. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. I hope you all have a great night, and stay tuned for the end of tournament announcement, which will be out, I'm sure, whenever the host wakes up. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.